Are you looking for a budget bookshelf speaker that looks good, punches way above its class, and yet it's budget friendly? Meet the Mission LX-2. Now, this speaker was one of the first speakers that I ever got, and I've decided to do a long-term review for this, and I've had this for over 3 years, I think. And yeah, let's do this. So the Mission LX-2 is an entry-level speaker by Mission, but don't be fooled by its appearances. Nothing about these speakers feels cheap. They've got the signature Mission inverted tweeter, and it also has a magnetic grille, well braced. It's a sturdy construction, and honestly, I didn't expect this kind of styling from a speaker at this price point. Now, the Mission LX-2 are 8 ohm speakers with a sensitivity of 86 dB. Now, these speakers are by no standards efficient, so you do need power to drive them. In order to drive them, you'll need at least 50 watts of power. I would recommend somewhere around 70 watts so that you have a bit headroom. The amplifier that I paired it up with was the Yamaha RS202. I did use an AVR as well, so that's the Marantz NR1711, as well as a neutral stereo amp, that's the Sonos amp. When it comes to placement, these speakers are not placement friendly. These are back-ported speakers, so you need to be careful. You need to place them roughly 6 to 8 inches away from the back wall so that it has room to breathe and you get well-refined bass. For best imaging setup or a 2.1, or if you use them as fronts, then you do have to toe them a little bit and aim them towards your ears. So let's say the right channel should be a little off to your right ear and the left should be a little off to your left ear. Now let's look at the frequency response curve. The bass starts off at somewhere around 60 Hertz, so that's pretty decent for a speaker of this size. The mids, on the other hand, are a little recessed. If you're looking for crystal clear mids, then these speakers would not do the job for you. The treble is rolled off, so speaker fatigue is something that you won't be concerned with these. Now, these speakers will not rumble your room, that is for sure. As you can see from the frequency response, they will provide you adequate bass for small rooms. If you have medium or large rooms, then you would definitely need a subwoofer. For surrounds, on the other hand, these speakers do a great job. Now, these speakers are definitely not neutral. They have a little bit of accentuated bass in them, not towards the 30 to 60 frequency, that is non-existent, but between 60 to 100, they do have accentuated bass. They are rolled off towards the highs, and they are warm sounding speakers. So you have to be careful when you're pairing it up with. So try not to pair it up with warm amplifiers. So when I did pair it up with the Yamaha RS202, I did not like it. The Sonos amp being a neutral amp, that did bring out more fun characteristics of the Mission LX-2. So I would definitely pair these up with a neutral or a bright sounding amp. Definitely not a warm sounding amp. Now the imaging is pretty solid. The dynamics is fast. The bass is punchy. It goes in and out quickly. And the soundstage for these small speakers, these are 5.5 inch woofer speakers. The soundstage is surprisingly wide. And for this price and for this size, I don't think I've heard better speakers. Also, for long listening, these are fatigue free, so you don't have to worry about that as well. Now let's talk about some of the competition out there. Now the QAcoustics 3020i. 3020i do give better sound. They have more bass, they are smoother, they're livelier. The mids are sort of, again, like the Mission LX-2. The mids aren't really detailed, but on the other hand, they're pricier. They are a tad better looking than the Mission, I would say, but also they are backported. So if you want to spend a little bit more and get a little more sound for your money, then QAcoustics is a good buy. Now the Elac B5.2, again pricier. They have better mids, they have better vocals, they are more neutral. So again, these are better picks over the Mission LX. So why would I recommend the Mission LX-2? Mission LX-2 has their own characteristic. They're fun speakers. You would definitely enjoy them. I mean, at least I do. So if you're not looking for those boring audiophile grade neutral speakers and you want something that, you know, they're fun, every time you listen to them, they have their own characteristics, then yes, Mission LX-2 is a good buy. Now my final verdict, the LX-2 brings something which is rare in audiophile grade speakers. That's character. They are warm sounding, they're punchy, and they're smooth. So it definitely puts a smile to my face every time I listen to them. Other people might not like it. They might want more accuracy in their listening. For them, obviously, there are other options out there. So I would recommend this to someone who wants a little different from neutral sounds. The downsides of these speakers are recessed mids, for sure. You cannot use them as front, left and rights in your home theater. That's not what they're meant for. These are definitely not for bass lovers. The bass doesn't go low. It's only at 60 hertz. And then the third thing is they need breathing space from the wall. These are back-ported speakers. These are not placement-friendly speakers. So you do need to leave 6 to 8 inches from the wall so that it leaves room to breathe for the speakers. For the price that they come in and the sound that they provide, it's an absolute steal. At 24,000, if you get these speakers, I would definitely buy them again. But to each their own, and that's my verdict.